So, I've read another book recently. It was called Disappearance in Fiji. So I'm just gonna, because I found, as usual, I find some book club questions online, and I wrote some of them down. So it was called Disappearance in Fiji by Nilima Rao. It's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's like historical fiction, where it's like the general events happened, but the characters are fiction. So it's in the early 1900s. Sorry if I keep pausing the video because I'm still getting over my cold, but I feel okay to talk, but sometimes I feel like I'm gonna cough again. I get some more tea. Okay. So let me just get into the questions and I'll keep talking about, what happened in the story without spoiling it. I'll try not to spoil it. So, what themes are most emphasized throughout the novel? I wrote injustice, racism, and slavery because it's in the early 1900s, and it's about because it's set on a plantation in Fiji, and there's a bunch of indentured servants from India. So it's talking about the ways that they were mistreated. So obviously it's like injustice, racism, and slavery. I guess it's based on a real thing. At the end of the book, the author said that there was actually a group of Sikh investigators sent from Hong Kong, I think, that they actually went to Fiji and were investigating the plantations there. And the story is about a specific investigator from Hong Kong. But he's fiction, I think. He's just based on like a group of real people. Hold on. It says, do you think the author's life specifically influenced the novel? Yes, at the end of the novel, the author mentioned how their relatives, I think she said it was their great grandparents, that they were immigrants to Fiji from India. So I don't know if they were also some of the people working on plantations there, or if they just came to Fiji. But it was when she was trying to research them that she ended up feeling inspired to make this story. I think that's what she said. It's been a minute since I read the book. So yeah, it's kind of based on her family history in a way. Did the book's plot and ending meet your expectations? Yes, the stories and characters were realistic and having a satisfying ending. So, it didn't have any like loose ends, and the characters, I liked watching them grow. Like the main character, the main investigator, seeing him evolve as an individual. But there's a lot of really serious stuff that happened, and it's more disturbing thinking that it really happened. It's a fiction, this book, but it's based on real events historically. So it's always hard when you read a book like that. I read a book a while back, The Paris Dressmaker, and it was about like the Nazi invasion in France. And so even though it was a fiction, but it was dramatized based on real events. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's difficult remembering that it was a real thing, but it's important to remember. Which is why books like this are important. Which places mentioned in the novel would you like to visit? So it just mentions two places, Fiji and Hong Kong. it briefly mentions like India and Australia, but anytime that the story is set, when the story is being dramatized and you're reading like where they're at, it goes back and forth between Hong Kong and Fiji. So I like to go to both, I guess. I'd also like to go to India and Australia, but just because specifically they talk more about Fiji and Hong Kong, I wrote those too. Explain the author's purpose in writing this book. I wrote these really quick, but like to bring awareness and show respect for immigrants in Fiji, and show how people were mistreated in those plantations, and yeah, basically just to sort of honor those people. But again, it's not like graphically depicted, you know. It's like more conversational, people talking about it, but it's sort of realistic in a way. If you know anybody who's been abused in any kind of way, they don't really want to tell details, you know what I mean? Just as quickly and bluntly, but like to the point, and then move on. So it's not like drawn out, you know what I mean? So it's not like a graphic thing to read, but the subject matter is a little difficult. Mostly because it's real, you know. It's a fiction, but it's based on real events. How does the book's title tie into the manuscript? So, a woman went missing in Fiji, hence Disappearance in Fiji. And I gave it a 10 out of 1 in 10, and I hope they make it into a movie. I think it would be a really good film, because it had like a Death in Paradise vibe. If you've ever watched Death in Paradise, that's the feeling of this book. So like there was the investigator who he was from Hong Kong, but he didn't want to be at Fiji. He wanted to stay in Hong Kong. He had a really good time there. It was a really good job and stable, and then he came to Fiji and it was a completely different vibe, and he's like, oh, I just want to get off this island. It kind of reminds me of like season 1 of Death in Paradise, how he's from the UK, and then he's on an island in the Caribbean, and he's like, oh, get me off this island, get me out of here. Not because it was a bad place, but just he missed home, and he sees Hong Kong as his home, but Fiji starts to grow on him by the end of the book. It's really good, actually. I highly recommend this one. It was a really good story. Difficult subject matter, but like it was well put together, you know what I mean? Because sometimes people really draw out like traumatic events, and it's like, oh, I don't need all those details. It's a little too graphic for me, but this is like really honest, you know, like this is what happened, or this is the way I was treated, but it's not like anything dramatized or drawn out. So yeah, it was really good. It was really, really good. I don't have anything bad to say about it, actually. It's, I really like this one. I want to buy it, and also, I want it to be a movie. It was a really good one. So yeah, A Disappearance in Fiji by Nilima Rao. Oh, I should have done a fan cast. I forgot to do one because I've been sick and I've been forgetful. I should have done a fan cast. Maybe someone else could do it. I hope someone makes it a film. It's really good. If you like Death in Paradise, you would like this one. So yeah, that's just a short video for today. Also I read another book called The Internment of Japanese Americans and German Americans During World War II. Very long title. But I didn't do a page of questions for that one because it's nonfiction. I've tried to do that before with like a memoir, and it was a little tricky to answer the questions because it wasn't like, it's easier when it's a fiction. but when it's a real life thing, it's a little more tricky. So I didn't do a page of questions for that one. But it was still good. So yeah, that's about it for today. In my book and film journal, it's covered in stickers. It's almost completely covered. But yeah, so hope it helped you fall asleep a little bit, and glad I got through this video mostly without coughing. So yeah, thank you for watching my videos, and yeah,